What's going on, guys? This is Qazi. Welcome to another epic video. Today we're going to be talking about tips on overcoming eye fatigue when you are color grading. It's one of those things that just happens, and especially when you're starting out, it's going to be probably one of the biggest issues. I get asked about this all the time in my masterclass or on my social media. So I compiled a list of things that actually helped me throughout my color grading career, and hopefully it will do the same for you. If you don't know the difference between parallel mixer and layer mixer, or not sure when to use which, you came to the right place. In this free training, you're not only going to learn everything about nodes, you will also learn to build the perfect node tree regardless of the project that you're working on. I will end the session with an extended Q&A. These questions came from you guys. Click the link in the description to sign up for this free training. On that note, if you're enjoying the content, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe to my channel for more awesomeness. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. Let's roll the intro. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the paint in your room. Obviously, this is a very moody setup here with this lighting, but I have a dark gray paint. It's basically like a charcoal or the color of the road, asphalt. It's pretty dark. More importantly, when you're grading, you want to be in an environment where it's not competing or fighting with whatever is on your screen. So if my screen is bright, I don't want the background to be brighter. Your brain is going to be fighting that off. You can go to your Home Depot or any place that sells paint and ask them about 18% gray if you want to just nerd out. Again, very easy on your eyes when you're grading. Second tip is going to be ambient lighting. When you're grading, you don't want like a light to dictate your color grade. Okay, so you don't want any of this. This is just for the talking head. This is not how I grade. When I'm grading, it's pretty much as dark as it can be. And then I have bias lighting right behind my monitor. So it's a strip of lights, little LEDs that go behind your monitor, your main monitor. And it's a certain color temperature that basically resets your white balance. So it keeps your white balance to be proper when you're grading. And it's very important. I feel like it's one of the most important things when you're setting up a color grading suite. So the light that I use is by Media Light, and you can Google it, Media Light bias lighting. Just type that in and it'll take you to the link where you can buy it. You can just pick the size depending on how big your screen is or whatnot. So highly recommend that. And then third point is going to be dim lights. So I don't like to grade in pitch black. That's just me. I don't personally love it. I think it's too much. It's like you go from nothingness to the luminance that's coming off of your screen. It's just too much. Like, it's very stark. So for that, I like to have dim lights, which means you must have a dimmer. You can see my lights are just set to all the way down. So I highly recommend doing that. Moving on to the next one, which is going to be invest in a monitor that's half decent. Now, I'm not talking about you picking up a $35,000, top of the line monitor. I'm not even saying to pick up Apple XDR Display, which is like $6,000 or something after taxes. I'm talking about just stepping it up a little bit, because having a pretty bad monitor with low hertz is gonna kill your eyes. Like, that's just not good. It puts a lot of strain on your eyes, and just eventually you'll get headaches if you just keep staring at that screen. So I'll recommend going with, on the bottom of the totem pole for me on the price point, but the best quality will be LG's UL600 or UK600. So those are pretty good for starter kit. Also, the distance is important. So when I'm sitting away from my big 55-inch, I need to be at least 3.6 to like 4 feet away, which it is. Like, when I'm sitting right here, it's just about right, but it's sort of pushing it. If I had the choice, I would have just gone with their 48 instead of 55, then it would have been perfect. Moving on, short breaks. It's good to kind of just resetting your white balance, but more importantly, it just kind of breaks that monotony. Like, when you're grading just nonstop, your brain starts playing tricks on you. Have you ever noticed, like, you wake up the next morning, you look at your grade that you're doing that you thought was the best thing you've ever created, and then you look at it again and you're like, what the hell was I thinking? That won't happen if you keep taking short breaks. And when I say short breaks, I mean like 2-minute breaks. Just, go use the bathroom, come back. Go get a cup of coffee, come back. We're not talking about like 20, 30-minute breaks each time, because you don't want to break your flow. You want to stay in the game. I'm gonna say go see an optometrist. One of my friends, Brian, he was hitting me up, DMing me, and he's like, bro, I'm just losing my brain. Like, I cannot stare at the screen for more than like, 5 minutes at a time, blah, blah, blah. How do you do it? And it turned out that he needed glasses. Now he has no issues working for like 8-10 hours. And on that note, I wanna bust this one myth. I thought looking at the screen will weaken your eyesight, right? That's what we were taught when we were growing up. Turns out that's just a myth. It's not, there's no truth to it. And the optometrist confirmed, he's like, that's not true. On the contrary, he told me that how my pattern recognition and all that he noticed, like looking at my test results, he was like, it's insane how your eyes are almost like, he's like, you built this stamina looking at the screen, and over time, like you develop this thing like where you have stronger eye muscles, if you will. It's just like when we work out or when we go for a jog, you do it for a month, you build stamina. He sort of pretty much, said that that's what happened to your eyes. So that's one thing that I wanted to bring up, because again, so many people tell me that, hey, it's not good to look at the screen all the time, right? So it's not true. You guys can Google it as well. Finally, I want to talk about my last and my favorite step, which is grade daily. Especially if you're starting out, just getting into this world, I would say grade for 4 hours a day for 21 days. Don't take any breaks. For the weekends, if you have to and if you must take breaks, it's okay. But be disciplined. Do that for 21 days. Do this 21-day exercise, 4 hours a day, grade regularly, and you will see the stuff that I'm talking about, where you're going to start building that eye muscle, if you will. And you're going to get to the point where you won't feel fatigued anymore. Okay, so on that note, guys, that will do it for this video. Make sure you check out the link to the free training. Trust me, if you want to take your color grading game to the next level, it's free. So why not? Give it a shot. Smash that like button, subscribe to my channel for more awesomeness, and I will see you guys in the next video.